All right, welcome back and welcome to another episode of On the Team Bus. We are bringing you stories and adventures from Team ODZ. We're going to hear some stories here today on and off the bike from Mr. Simon. Help me with your last name.
Piniel.
Piniel. There you go. There you go. Thank you for coming by and giving us some time. Absolutely. So you arrived yesterday to camp, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And where did you fly in from?
I flew in from Vancouver via Seattle.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. And you've lived there for some time now.
Yeah, I'm originally Swiss. I immigrated when I was 30, so I've been living there for 15 years. Do the math.
Oh, yeah. You there you go. Beautiful area from what I understand in Vancouver, yes?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is well, different from Switzerland. It is more mountainous.
Yes, that's
if
what
you can believe it.
Yeah, you don't really think of that, but
more
okay.
mountainous than Switzerland. Like I don't live in the mountains in Switzerland, but I live in the Flachland, which means like flat land.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
So we have hills, and I lived on the hill in Switzerland, so it was always like, I have to ride up this hill coming home, right?
Every day, yeah.
I didn't know what a hill was until I moved to Vancouver.
And then wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts. So you spent some time there. Excellent. Oh, what do you do for a living?
I do animation for advertising, so all sorts of stuff. Whenever you see those pesky banner ads on the websites, that was me.
That's
that was
you.
Me.
Yeah. Simon is actually responsible for some of a good amount of the designs on the kits for Team ODZ, our last two iterations, and we thank you for that. Some of the logos that we even see here, we had some something to do
put
with
the stuff together. I mean,
it's awesome.
Those tentacles, where are we there?
Exactly. That's awesome. So, how long have you been cycling? I mean, it sounds like you were cycling all the way back in Switzerland. It sounds like,
yeah, of course. I mean,
all your life sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, I learned when I was like a little kid, right?
And then all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, I never had a single day of car commutes in my life.
Wow, that's amazing. You were telling me a story on the way in from the airport about you were the guy with a 60 liter backpack to Costco.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't even imagine, because I've got a full cart trying to load my car. I can't imagine doing that's nuts.
Back when I was a bachelor, right?
Yeah,
I always did everything by bike. I wasn't a recreational cyclist. It's just a way to get around.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to my hometown, everybody cycles around the main train station. We have double-decker bike racks.
Wow!
But
people, this is how people got around. It wasn't like training or anything. That's just how they got from here to there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like going out at night too. You would bike, or how would?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Right. It was.
You get coming home at night, late night. That'd be kind of rough. Riding a bike home.
Yeah, it's always a kind of a thing. How do you look decent? And ride a bike at the same time, because I was never going easy, even without cleats and everything, I didn't know about all that stuff. I was always arriving sweaty and
to the bars and to the dinners and everything.
Yeah,
I can't imagine, but that was just what people did. That's just what people did, right?
Yeah. And I always did. I always did it like a tour de force, Never did anything easily.
Interesting.
So after emigrating, I then I was at the local the public gym. And somebody I knew from there, he was like, "Hey, I got a road bike. My uncle is getting me into road cycling."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I'm gonna go out to Bunsen Lake tomorrow." Like,
okay.
Hey, I'm coming with.
I'm
coming with you. And I just had this commuter bike.
Yeah.
But on the way back, he was trailing, and I was thinking, maybe I should get a road bike. How fast can I be?
That's awesome. That's a fun first story. That's awesome. Well, you showed him. Is he still ride with you?
No. Now after that, he got super competitive.
Ooh.
Like he really. He got really hardcore.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you joined him on that journey as he did that, or not yet?
No. I mean, then I moved kind of out of town.
Gotcha.
That sort of thing. So
and then I guess that'll bring us to. So then, as you started wanting to, kind of train and do that, is that what brought you to like indoor training, or how did that come? How did that come around?
Well, I was kind of a weekend rider, a road cyclist. I did like 100K a week. That was it.
Yeah.
But whenever I left, I would always go like super hard. I was like had all this
energy
build up, you know, had to get it out. I would always go the same route.
Okay.
With the, what is it? The cycle meter
Okay,
kind of thing where you can race against yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So I would always do the same route.
And then try to beat you yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Just run over heads and all that stuff, you know.
Is that okay there? I get not looked down upon. That's funny. And then and then at some point, from doing that, you moved to indoor cycling, or is that more recent?
Yeah, I mean, I got actually the same guy messaged me. I should go on Strava. I'm like, okay. Then I still continued to record the cycle meter.
Yeah.
I started following people on Strava, and then I see they post those virtual rides.
You're like, what is that? Like in the middle of the ocean, right? You remember those days? What is that? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like,
what is that?
Maybe I'll look into that.
Yeah.
So then I got myself the gear. I got a dedicated computer in the garage.
Nice.
You know. So I got all that, and then I started,
training,
riding. Yeah, I remember my first Swift ride. I was just testing the system.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
I wasn't even wearing kit.
Yeah.
And like then 2 hours later, I got a road rash, right?
Because you're just like in your shorts.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just trying to test things out, make sure.
Yeah, exactly. All around the
my gosh.
Yeah.
So what time frame was that? 16, 17?
The year. 2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago, so pretty recent. Okay,
something
excellent.
Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. That's what I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, so then as far as I also understand you're a ride leader. A very popular ride that you lead. What's the time zone and window that you ride, and what's special about the ride that you lead?
It's called the Kraken. And Brett Elder came up with that.
Yeah.
So it's a sprint training ride.
Mm-hmm.
Like it started like that, That's another story. So I was always joining Scotty Weiss on his Wednesday volcano ride.
I remember that.
So he always had that sprint training ride. But that was just when the volcano expansion opened.
Mm-hmm.
He did that Wednesday volcano ride on this new route.
Mm-hmm.
And then he stopped doing that shortly thereafter. I'm like, I want to continue that.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, and I didn't mean to have a ride. I was just going to do. There were no meetup options
at that
then,
time,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So you were just chatting, me and Brett Elder.
Yeah.
Who originally got me into ODZ, right?
Oh, there you go. There's your.
So I'm like, why don't we just get together? Maybe some other from the team time trial, some other guys that we recently had, So, and then I did a doodle to agree on time.
Nice.
And next thing you know, Brett puts the doodle on Facebook.
Everyone. And becomes this.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, we hear stories about it, and we watch some of your streams, and it looks really fun. It's a unique ride because I think one thing that I hear about it, it's very controlled, meaning that the people who are there to get to do
they're really good.
That's
what
I mean. Exactly. Like it's slow and it's controlled when it needs to be, so that people can recover, and then they're able to really. So that's great. I think that's one thing that I've heard as I interview everybody, that the rides that they lead or that we have is it's what is as advertised, right? Mm-hmm. If it's a sprint ride, it's going to be sprint plus easy in between recovery and that sort of thing. And that's great, and we thank you for that. Absolutely. So do you do any racing in real life or on Zwift? Either of those?
Not really racing. I mean, it's the those race ride events. It's not official races,
right.
but they do take the time.
Timing.
Sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spend too much money on that though. So. But every year I've been doing some.
That's fun.
And I did get like the official BC race license. We have a ride license in BC, British Columbia, Canada. Yeah. And it's just an insurance thing.
Yeah.
And so I've been eyeing the crits they pull up in just north of the border.
Gotcha.
So maybe I'll. If
dip your toes in it,
I might
give it a try.
A couple of those. Yeah.
That'd be fun. Yeah. That was definitely fun. So as far as bikes, we saw a great machine. We saw you putting together. It was amazing. It came out. I felt like came out of this small suitcase bag, and it was a full bike inside. But what bike do you ride, and what bikes do you have at home?
Oh well, well, I started with this secondhand Giant. Sold it recently, upgraded to the BMC. BMC just because I'm Swiss.
Wow. Allegiance, I love it.
I know nothing about bikes, you know. I know a couple things.
Yes, enough.
I know nothing about cars, I tell you that.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I was just going for BMC because I liked it. You know?
That's awesome. Hey, that's a reason.
That's the whole reason. Yeah.
Do you have you have your commuter bike maybe?
Yeah. I have an alloy Giant for commuting.
Very cool.
So something you don't have to worry about when you leave it outside. You know, just on the.
Enough.
Yeah, fast enough to go places,
but not to catch an eye.
Pricey enough to
catch an eye.
to get this assembled. And,
how about a mountain bike? Anything like that?
No, I have an electric bike.
Oh wow!
Yes.
That's no. I think it's especially you're a father. I'm a father. I think it's something that we can bring into our families that can help have the enjoyment for everyone.
You know, I live in a really mountainous area.
Yeah.
So the roads are really like 10%, that sort of thing. And we have lakes nearby, but still you have to really climb.
Yeah.
So I've been riding my little one around ever since he could hold his head up, right?
Yeah, me too.
So I had this iBirds seat on the handlebars, right up the mountain, like 300 meters climbing, right? Sweat on the poor guy, right? While he's falling asleep, he's like probably dreaming he's in the rain or something like that.
That's pretty funny. That's awesome. So you got your 3 bikes. Awesome. So let's see. Let's talk a little bit about team memories. Do you have anything that kind of stands out as far as Team ODZ and kind of your experience with the team that you can remember over your time the last couple of years?
I know there's so many events.
Yeah. I think that's the one thing that, we just had Eric Denning on talking about how the audio portion, like being able to hear, and I'm sure you use Discord, and having that is like what he called the secret sauce, like the part that brings it together. Because like you can't imagine not being able to hear all the people that you normally would, and that brings that level of like everyone's here. And so whenever we have those events, that's what really makes it.
Yeah, that's what kind of kept me going on those early morning WTRL.
Yes.
Right. So I joined those. I am not at the top of my category, so all I could contribute is like 1 point.
That's all right. Everybody counts.
And the early mornings are really not my thing. Right? So, but that Discord really helped. I don't use Discord on my own ride, I have to say, because it's a sprint training ride. It's really a challenge for myself.
Yeah.
I type a lot, right? Because I do a lot of communication.
We have to as ride leaders, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I change pace a lot, but I also, start talking about whatever,
Yeah.
So we do the written communication. It would just be too much, to have yet another channel. Then you have to think, oh, okay, now who said that on the chat and who said that on Discord? And,
it's absolutely, unless everyone's on, that's the thing. But I totally get that. But great, it is excellent. And so you mentioned Brett as your first exposure to bring you into ODZ and
yeah. I remember it was like one day I was doing the London Classic race of sorts, and then we just had a few messages in Strava.
Like, what is this? And and that's interesting.
Just talking strategies and that's
that's awesome. And then the rest is history.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. And so this is your first team camp ever, from my understanding. That's awesome.
I mean, I just, like I say, I started with like 100K.
Yeah.
And now I'm at like a 200K. Like last year, when was it? 2018, 2019. For the first time, I had like 10. A metric, so 10,000 K per year, right?
That's impressive.
So there's I mean, I'm sure you write more, but
it's still. I mean, it is still a good amount. It is still a good amount.
Yeah, I think more isn't always more, right? I mean, at least for me, I mean, there is. Yeah, I mean, you need the life bike balance, right?
Family bike life. Yes.
And also health-wise. I mean, I don't know if there is really much health benefit if you ride more. Right? Yeah. So I mean, I can't imagine doing like 20,000 K and that sort of thing. I mean, I just, like I say, I mean, I just do this sprint training ride because it's pretty easy. You just go at a steady pace and then go all out. Right?
Yeah.
So, and I think I can feel the health benefit for myself.
For sure.
When you do those high intensity workouts.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much as much as I
Gotcha.
know. I just want to be healthy and have fun.
There you
That's
go.
my goal.
There you go. I guess some wrapping it up here. How is your experience? I know you've only been here a day, but we did our first ride today. You got actually 2 rides in today. How has your experience been at team camp so far for you as your experience?
Good. I can't do this as one. I only put it on pause because I
I like it. So it's all together. I like it. All right. So one big ride with the break.
Exactly. Yeah.
There you go.
You want to make sure you're committed to returning to the bike.
I like that.
But
so your experience has been good.
It was pretty easy to get out again. It was beautiful.
Yes.
It was fun because you see all these people that you only know from the pictures and from the videos and from the streams. And
That's great.
So at one point you start thinking it's all just like one big scheme of Justin or something.
Justin's scheme. That's awesome. Okay. That's awesome. That's great. Well, I'm glad. We've got a couple more days here. We've got a lot of amazing rides and amazing views, and wanted to thank you for your time today. And hopefully, you got a chance to get to know Simon better, one of our amazing ride leaders and team members here.
You didn't mention the time of the ride.
What's that? Oh, yes, sure. That's right. Let's say what day and what time.
It's always Mondays, 1:30 p.m. Pacific.
There you go.
4:30 p.m. Eastern.
There you go. So check it out. Look for it in the event module. It is a great ride. It has a great ride leader, great communication, it sounds like. And from what I understand, that the riders that do ride it really enjoy the banter and kind of the ride itself. So if you have any questions for Simon, go ahead and click the button below and go ahead and leave some comments there. But otherwise, thank you for your time, Simon. I really appreciate it. I look forward to the rest of the week riding with you.
Camp
Absolutely.
and all your efforts.
Absolutely. Thank you.